Good morning, Chattanooga, and happy Valentine's Day. Here's a quick look at the top 5 local news stories you need to know today. First of all, a Tennessee House panel has quickly advanced a bill that would allow handgun carry permit holders to store firearms in vehicles parked on their property. But the bill's sponsor acknowledges that nothing in the measure would prevent employers from legally firing workers who keep guns in their vehicles. The bill doesn't protect permit holders from Tennessee's existing at-will employment law, which allows employers to fire, suspend, or discipline workers for any reason or for no reason at all. State nutrition consultants are inspecting school lunches in Hamilton County. Inspectors are visiting 5 local schools this week to ensure they are meeting new federal and state nutritional requirements. The new standards are the biggest program overhaul in 15 years and affect school systems across the country. Hamilton County previously submitted menus to the state showing its plans to meet the nutrition mandates, and inspectors came to make sure students are at least putting the food on their trays. The goal is for students to choose 3 different food items. One has to be a fruit or vegetable. Other choices include meat, grain, or milk. If students come to the register without the proper selections, cafeteria workers are expected to help them choose correctly. Next up, the bill reworking Erlanger's governance guarantees only a third of the local public funding. The bill, which is expected to be passed by the Tennessee legislature in March, obligates Hamilton County to set aside at least $1 million for the hospital for at least 5 years. Since 1976, Chattanooga and the county together put aside $3 million for the hospital each year for indigent care. Erlanger lost the city's half of the funding after council members voted to let the agreement expire in 2011. Erlanger executives chose not to comment on a potential funding cut. The county's annual contribution is just a fraction of Erlanger's estimated $90 million worth of indigent care, but Erlanger officials have indicated in the past that the money is critical. Hamilton County Commissioner Tim Boyd has offered to lighten the load of East Ridge's interim city manager for $8,000 a month from taxpayers. Boyd emailed City Attorney Hal North on Tuesday night with a resume and a suggestion that the City Council hire him as a consultant until December 2014. Boyd now makes about $21,000 a year representing East Ridge as a county commissioner. He wants another $96,000 and a city-owned car. Boyd's offer comes in the middle of a hectic week as the council looks for a new city manager. On February 7th, former manager Tim Gobble resigned, and Eddie Phillips stepped in as the interim manager for the 6th time in his career. Boyd wrote in an email, quote, "It is unreasonable to think Eddie Phillips can effectively perform his duties as a safety director and effectively perform the duties of a city manager." Phillips disagrees, saying he can do the job just fine. And finally, if you're looking for a last-minute Valentine's date, a survey from Match.com tells us what singles say they judge most in a potential mate. According to the Singles in America survey, bad grammar is a turnoff for 55% of men and 69% of women. But the biggest turnoff? Bad teeth. After that, men say they consider a woman's hair, clothing, and tattoos. Women say they're looking at a mate's clothing, hair, and hands. And weather today will be mostly sunny with a high near 56 degrees and some light wind in the morning. Expect clear skies tonight with a low around 35. I'm Harrison Keeley. For more on these stories and updates throughout the day, follow us on Facebook and visit timesfreepress.com.